And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Let's take a look at the Citrus Belt League baseball title race. And the Yucaipa Thunderbirds have jumped out in front, but after the T-Birds, there's a logjam of some really good baseball teams battling for playoff positioning as we make our way through league play. And before you know it, it will be time for the CIF Southern Section playoffs. So let's go ahead and take a look right now at the CBL standings. There is Yucaipa at 9-1. And we've got a bunch of teams still in the hunt for a playoff spot. Citrus Valley, Cajon, Beaumont, Redlands, East Valley, and finally Redlands there. But yeah, it's still wide open. I know Yucaipa's won 9 of the first 10 CBL games. But Citrus Valley, Cajon, Beaumont, maybe even Rev all have a shot at second place in the CBL. And as you saw in the previous segment, Cajon and Citrus, really great game. County clash. They're very, very even teams there. And top to bottom across the board, the Citrus Belt League is such a high level of high school baseball. We've seen some really great games, but it's going to be interesting these final couple weeks to see can anyone chase down Yucaipa. That's going to be very, very tough, but also who's going to the playoffs. If you can just get into the playoffs like Cajon or Citrus Valley in Division 3, they've got the potential of making a very deep run. And speaking of deep playoff runs, we saw Cajon make it to a Division 5 championship game last year, running into league rival Citrus Valley for that D5 title at Long Beach State. We had a chance to catch up with head coach Robert Grande to talk about this year's squad and how they plan to finish strong in the Citrus Belt League and hopefully gain some momentum going into the CIF Southern Section playoffs. We talked about things that they are doing well right now and things that they can improve on as they get to the playoffs and hopefully string together a couple wins to make another championship game run. Here is head coach Robert Grande talking about Cowboys baseball after that big win 4-2 against Citrus Valley at the County Clash. We are catching up with Cajon head coach Robert Grande. And coach, coming off a nice win against Citrus Valley at the County Clash. You know, obviously there's so many storylines with Coach Austin and Citrus Valley. This was a big win for you guys, right, against the Blackhawks. Do you feel like maybe this could build some confidence, some momentum for the rest of the league play and into the playoffs?
Yeah, we knew going in that we can compete pitching-wise, and obviously our hitting has been a little erratic over the last couple of weeks. We finally were able to string some stuff together late. Citrus is just a quality baseball team. They're a quality coach, and they have some really outstanding baseball players. So, we're excited to be in the position we are right now, and I'm just really excited for the boys.
You know, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. You've played some close games. You know, the team is trying to find a way to get over that hump. Maybe it was this game to beat Citrus Valley in a close one. Do you feel like this is a team that is, I don't want to say sleeping giant or whatever you want to call it, but if they can just find a way to win some of these close games, they're going to be very dangerous come postseason time?
This team is the CBL is just a tough league this year. We got a lot of good pitching. We've come back in a majority of our games late, and it's just kind of a character thing. Boys, that idea that they don't panic, that idea that they kind of go up there and take quality at bats late, the idea that we can pitch and play good defense, and obviously that happened today. It's been happening all season long, and obviously we've been on the winning end of a few games and the losing end of a few. So it's just kind of one of those things you do. It's baseball. Welcome to baseball, man.
So Bougie, great outing, kept you guys in it. Finally in the 6th inning here against Citrus Valley, you guys push across 4 runs. Did you feel like it's around? It's going to happen. Bougie's going to keep it close. We just need to find a way to have that one good inning.
Yeah, it's kind of like you wait for the lucky baseball stars to come in, and it happened, Bougie has been outstanding all year long. Through the CBL, he's just pitched phenomenally. He's consistent. He's around the zone, and all of his pitches were working. And even against, the better lineups, he's able to find a way through it, even with the struggles. And I'll say a struggle, the big hit, and he's got to kind of work jams. The kid has just worked hard. He's put in his time. He spends a lot of time doing the mental work, which is really important. And obviously the results were pretty positive today and throughout the season for him.
Coach, do you feel pretty good about where the team is at right now, especially coming off obviously a win against Citrus Valley, but feeling good about the team for the rest of CBL and going into the Division 3 playoffs, assuming you guys get to the postseason? But do you feel like where the team is good where it's at, and maybe it's still waiting to peak in a couple weeks?
Yeah, we try to go after every game as if it's a playoff game. And in the CBL, with all of the teams out there fighting for something, every game is a playoff game. And it's a matter of how do you keep a team up for 15 games? How do you stay consistent for 15 games? And that's real tough to do. Playing a team three times in a year, it's tough to win 3 games. At the same time, it's also real tough to, compete against some of these really quality teams. So I think the idea for us that we have to be consistent, and that consistency is in our preparation. That consistency is with us as coaches, and obviously the players being consistent in everything they're doing. And it does make the ride a little bit easier, but it's also it's just onerous. It's just a long season.
You talk about consistency. What do you feel like the team has to do, maybe continue to do, or maybe can get better in to make a push for the playoffs and make a deep playoff run?
I will say this. Right now, I like to score runs early.
So at the end of your pitchers, I'm sure Bougie would love that.
Oh, I would love it. Yeah, scoring runs early. We seem to be 0-0 late in games. Fourth, fifth inning. It's like, dang, we've got to come over the edge. If we can put up a couple early and kind of get some momentum going, and I think that's offensive momentum that we need to really kind of establish. And that's something that we're striving for, we're working for, and it just hasn't quite clicked yet.
Well, these final couple weeks of Citrus Belt League are going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see who makes the playoffs in the end as Cajon is coming on strong. If they can score a couple more runs, they will be a dangerous team come playoff time. When we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG, we will head back out to San Manuel Stadium and catch up with 66ers General Manager Joe Hudson to talk about some of the cool things coming your way this season with the Sixers. We'll be right back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.